What up? What up? Welcome back to the Sneaker History Podcast. It's that time of year. We got the final best of 2023, but we got to do it in our own way, man. We can't be doing the same old list. No offense to Mike. Check out his list on his YouTube channel. But, you know, we got to go with the My Starting Five style draft. And shout out to Rohit for bringing the idea to the table this year. So he's already run through the list. We're going to run through this pretty quickly so you can get back to whatever it is you're doing during the holiday season. But Rohit, how are we going through this draft?
It is a traditional snake draft, much the way we always do our starting fives. The order for today, if I remember correctly, was Nick 1, Robbie 2, myself 3, and Mike with the back-to-back lethal weapon spot, as we call it.
Nice. All right. I'm going to start out probably with a shoe that not a single person would put on their list. I don't know, maybe. I had like the old nostalgia going this year with the Wizards Jordan 3.
Oh, okay. Didn't left turn on me there.
My last 2001 True Blues like shit out, you know, so I had to do it this way. I'd rather have the gold on there than the red, so that's my choice for number one.
My hot take prediction for this draft, I think we're going to see a lot of Jordan 3s.
Well, with that said, I'm going to pick a Jordan 3 with my second pick. Before I get to that, though, I got to note my beautiful Hogwarts sweatshirt that I'm going to wear pretty much in every episode for the next year. Thank you, Reebok, for sending this. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and to get good Harry Potter merch that isn't bad, there's bad cotton t-shirts out there. This is good stuff. So get some if you can. My first pick, though, is the reimagined Jordan 3.
You mudblood.
Just the white.
That sounded like you came from the soul when you said that. It hurt.
No. I apologize. I'm not trying to be a magician racist. Anyway, continue, Rob.
Rowan had his coffee tonight. We're on. It's the white cement 3, the reimagined 3. It's in self-reflection one of the few Jordans I've never had in like OG colorways, and now that I have that one and another shoe on my list, I can't think of too many OG colorways I've never had and really covet. Like the white cement's always been that shoe for me. To finally have a pair means I've only worn them once since I've owned them. So that's what it means. I was happy to get them, but I've worn them literally, I think, one time since I got them. So
You like walk around just holding them and like, I just love these shoes.
no, I put them in the box so I wouldn't boy band anybody. So I'll bring them out in like a year and a half. But I'm very, very happy to have them.
I like it. It's a quality purchase. Or, I mean, a quality wear as opposed to a quantity.
It's still the
wear,
most beautiful Jordan to release in all year. Probably.
Perfect.
I love
I'm
Jordan.
right there with you. That is the best to release.
So I will continue the trend of what will probably be the 3 round. I will go with the Jordan 3 J Balvin edition.
Oh, the Medellin Sunset or something, whatever it is.
Medellin Sunset. Thank you for taking that from Vinny Chase and now making that the most memorable Colombian location in pop culture history in the last couple of years.
Right? I mean, that's a great choice.
It's fantastic.
I got to say that the reimagined 3 also perfect shoe. I did get a pair. I haven't worn the Justin Timberlake's, the last one, whatever the last one was that came out. So like, I can't really say that it's like my favorite. That's why I skipped it. J Balvin's though, if I would have hit on them, even at the crazy price they were at, they'd probably be on my list. It's a really beautiful shoe.
It's a great shoe.
Yeah.
Man. Like, it's not too much. It's like it hits a goal in the right places. So I think it's a fantastic pickup. All right. Well, I'm going to zig while everyone Zach 3s. My first pick, I had to take it off the board. I know no one else will. At least I don't think they will. But it's the Saucony and J-Tips Grid Azure 2000. You know, J-Tips first shoe is what they call it. Fantastic shoe. I love just the prints was totally different from everything else we got this year. So easy, my number one.
And then, Mike, what is your back-to-back pick?
Oh, yeah, I forgot I got to do that. My number 2 is going to be Dornbecker Zoom Vomero 5.
You son of a golly, Mike.
Mudblood, and we're gonna do that again?
No.
No, dude, I love that shoe. Hey, dude, it's a great shoe. I mean, great minds think alike.
No, it is a fantastic shoe. I'm very passionate about the Dornbecker cause. And to me, that is the one Vomero 5 that warrants the hype that entire silhouette has been getting this entire year.
Fantastically true.
Yeah, it's a good shoe.
It is a good shoe, and it's hard to follow that one up, but I think I will try to go and be as petty as I possibly can. So my next shoe will be, I'll go with the A6 X-Men Cyclops edition.
Okay. Forgot about those, honestly.
Now I feel like that's like the best release. The way that was released was one of the best
Yes.
releases of the year
Yeah.
by far.
Most definitely.
Like,
Da-na-na-na-na.
yes,
There it is.
I feel like we were out
Not yours,
just, like,
Professor Xavier.
all of us just like nerding out with that whole entire.
It was amazing,
release.
dude.
Yeah.
Card box.
Card. Yep.
Oh, good.
There are days where I feel I'm the Professor X to Robbie's Magneto, or vice versa. I can't tell.
I said what I said, audience. I just said it telepathically. I forgot that she released until I saw it all over our Discord members ranking their top 10, that Kith X-Men stuff. A lot of people wanted us to put all of them on there, and that's also okay. My second one here, I'm going to have to go with the Reverse Grinch Kobe 6. That's not a hot take. I'm really happy to have that shoe. So
Lucky guy.
very excited to get those. I also saw a post from Vanessa Bryant that said there's 3 times more of these than there's been any other Kobe. And honestly, it feels like it. I've never seen any other Kobe release where in the early access, like 5 of us hit. And that's just, it was crazy. So I think there are going to be a lot of pairs out there. This is a double upper for me, though. So I'm going to try to get all the,
The only downside to the Kobe, like to that shoe, is that even if they release like 50 billion of them, Mike and I would somehow not hit at all.
Live life.
I would join you. I would turn into that thing.
Yeah, those 5 people that hit were not us, guys. Don't. It's not us at all.
It's not us, and it's all of Mike's kids, and it's my daughter, and Cam for Nick. So, yeah.
So
That's fair.
I got to put this out there, though. I wanted to put the Penny 2 Atlantic Blue as my second pick because that's my first real shoe I've ever had in my life. But the fact that it's $200, I couldn't put it on the list. That's the literal price made me scoff.
Yeah.
So
that's a great
In
point.
3 weeks, it'll be on sale. It's sitting everywhere right now.
it
So
would
just give
be my sneaker. Yeah, it better be. Talk to me at 140, and then we're talking.
Yeah.
200. Uncle Phil's smoking.
We could actually do a whole list on if the price was right. Best shoe
Oh
of the
man, I'm
year.
made for that list. Let's do that.
Mike's like, my list is 100 shoes.
Let's go. We can do that all day long.
All right, so I've got next up, right? So I'm gonna go a little bit off. This is sitting everywhere. You should get a pair.
I love
I know.
that shoe.
It's the Mac and Row or the Mac Attack Zoom Vapor. I just feel like
So cool.
I wanted the Mac Attack, but this is going to be a way more comfortable shoe. It makes more sense for me to spend the money on this than to buy the older shoes. I feel like the old man right now because like even wearing Dunks and Jordans, it's just like give me something cushiony and way more comfortable. So that's my second pick. Going down the path that you guys all know that I was born on. Tobacco, Reebok question. This is a shout out to Reebok for sending me these. But this is one of the only original colorways that I did not get from the Reebok line back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So,
Oh, wow.
for me personally, it's just a bucket list shoe, even though I haven't worn it yet because it's just not. It's too clean. Like I don't want to mess it up. So
I'm in the same boat. I keep looking at mine like I want to wear them. I'm like, not yet. Not yet.
Do those have the cracks on them, or is that another one?
Yeah. No, those are the cracks in the toe.
it's like
Yeah.
the gum and
It's like
yeah.
Called the, I guess, salted caramel. The true color is called tobacco, but that's the color code they
Yeah.
use, which I'm like, oh.
So,
so
the
nice.
next those are. Do you have your back-to-back one then?
That's my back to back because
Okay.
the Mac Attacks.
Okay, you're right. It was okay. For my next one, let's keep it Reeboks. I have them right here. Actually, it's the Take Action Club C. These puppies have a really cool smoke vector. It looks like there's smoke on them, which, if you know me, I find that cool. But there's a QR code on the inside where you can scan it and you can get to the Take Action website and either pledge money or find stuff in your area you can do to help take action in your local community. That's very powerful. There's this really cool smoke inside also. But I just love the Club C, and it looks like a very normal ass Club C, but then you have this really cool circle logo on the tongue, and the smoke accents, and of course the Take Action here. But these are the great kind of shoes to where like any college girl can just beat the hell out of these, and they can take a licking, man. Like these and Air Force Ones get worn by college kids all over, because this leather, like I could go in the rain and jump in mud and then it's wipe this off and I'm fine. So brownie points for being clean and like less than $150. So
And charitable donations and giving your time up to worthy causes. Can't beat that shoe.
just simple stuff, man. It looks a little different, but not too different.
Yep. I think I'm up next, and with my third overall pick, I will go with the Warritos Dunks. Just still kind of sad that I did not end up with a pair, and maybe if I don't hit on the reverse Grinches, I'll put that money towards a pair of Warrito Dunks.
Very nice.
Nice. All right, I guess it's my turn again.
Michael.
Number 3, I guess I'll jump in that Reebok realm with you guys because I can never get these Nike Kobe's. I like to explore the other PEs floating around from other brands. So with that being said, Antra 4 in the free agency colorway. This is such a clean shoe. Yet to wear this one as well because it's so white. I am just petrified I'm going to destroy it. But this one is just, again, one of those historical pieces that I feel like, Kobe fans out there should definitely take a look at. It's definitely something nice and different to add to your collection. But that is going to be my number 3. My number 4 is going to be another comfy shoe. That's going to be the Action Bronson New Balance Baklava 990 V6. Freaking fantastic shoe. It's just way too much money for me to buy because people lost their mind with it. So super nice. I think it came out super early, so I feel like people kind of forgot about it because it came out super early in the year, but gotta look back at it if you hadn't.
Prices are still crazy on that. I was looking at my size.
$300. I'm like, I'm not buying it.
It's not that bad.
Bro,
They retail $200.
$100 less. You're right.
That's not too bad.
Man, by the way, one of my new favorite discoveries on the brand formerly known as Twitter that Robbie is the smart one for boycotting is fake Action Bronson lyrics. So that's probably my new favorite Twitter account of 2023. So check that out if you're still in that digital cigarette we call X. For my 4th overall pick, I'm going to go for a shoe that I think is readily accessible, and that's a good thing for sneakers, and it somehow replaced the Kobe as the go-to shoe for a lot of NBA players if various media outlets are to be believed. Give me the Sabrina 1 in all of its iterations.
Nice. That one deserves to be there.
Saw that one from a mile away. I knew it was going to come somewhere. Yep. I didn't know when it was going to come.
From me or from the group?
No, from you.
Yeah.
I think someone could have stole it, but if it was still on the board, I figured it would be a good pickup.
I think the only reason it was on my big list, but the only reason I didn't end up putting it on a top 5, top 10 because I didn't buy a pair, mainly because I couldn't decide on what color I liked the most to buy.
Why don't you make a pair? Because this is single-handedly making Nike buy you great again, to borrow a popular political phrase.
Yep. Like that. That's the colorway I would make something very similar to what you made too. Like it just that's beautiful to me. So I just haven't pulled the trigger.
Feel a little Mamba Curio action on that one.
Yeah.
Mamba Curio, Brett the Hitman Hart. The excellence of execution truly makes me feel like I was the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be.
I like it.
What do you got?
My 4th pick, I'm going to go with New Balance 1700 with the Kith Toronto store. I've worn those at least once a week since getting them. And I still firmly believe that you can admit, New Balances aren't all that. They're not all that. But they are darn good. I will say.
It's okay, Robbie. It's all right.
No, and what's funny is I've actually spent more of my own money on New Balances than Nike in the past calendar year. Straight up, probably have spent more money on New Balances. But it's trying different models. They're very nice, but just the 1700 at first was way too tight. But wearing it for about a month, at least once a week for a month, they've now loosened up. They're fantastic. It's the marshmallow colorway. I got both of them though. I had the red one and the marshmallow. But the red one I'm keeping on ice for a while. But the marshmallow get a lot of play.
Oh, Canada.
Nice.
Robbie is standing on
The Canada red.
All right, number 4 pick. I'm going chunky, old school skate shoe. The S Muskas
Oh, with the pocket in the tongue?
pocket. Yep.
Dang,
So
the OG stash pocket? No, it's kangaroos. Never mind.
So I never. So this is like one of the first shoes that I can remember having a stash pocket. I never got these as a kid. I got some. I actually have some like beat up, crumbled Circas from Muska, but this was like one of those. Definitely needed to get it when it came back out. It's not quite true to the original, but it's definitely nostalgic enough to make my list at number 4. So a little bit of a plot twist. My favorite shoe that probably nobody ever talked about. So, the Y2K runner thing is a big deal. And it's all those like silver shoes that pop off. Saucony did the Pro Grid Omni 9 with like traditional like suede and mesh. So this has got like kind of the vibe of those Y2K shoes without all the like shininess. This is definitely one of my favorite pickups. Kind of a green and like light burgundy gray. So it's the first one I've seen that they actually use like more like retro-y materials on that like Y2K style. So
I'm already assuming everything feels amazing on that shoe.
it's so good, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I can already make that assumption. It's awesome.
Like for the money, like I think we got them for fairly cheap. I think we paid 60 or 70 a pair or something. So like the quality on it is like up there with some of the New Balance stuff that I wish I would have gotten. So nice alternative pickup for me. So
Hashtag play with prices. If you know, you know.
yep.
You know.
So that's my 5th and final.
No,
Robbie,
we got 6 man coming around. Don't you say 5th and final?
I'm ready
Coming
for
off
that.
the bench.
I'm ready for that.
I'm gonna go with the really random cut. It's the Packer on running Cloud Vista. Cloud Vista is the shoe, but it's a jade rabbit for the Lunar New Year. It's like an all white with a little bit of jade underlay and some gold trim. The Vista's an extremely comfortable shoe, but they're just like super clean and white. And just if you look up Jade Rabbit Cloud Vista, they're fire. So
Absolutely
and it's
are.
worthy of the 5th spot, rounding out my year. I like jade colored stuff, right? And who doesn't like jade colored shoes? So
Gotta get you those Jordan 5s, man. We can get them to you
yeah,
eventually.
right. No, those are on the list. Those are on my hit list.
Yeah, listen.
Perfect. With my 5th overall pick, I will go with the Run the Jewels 3 Dunk High with the pony hair.
Good pick.
Ooh, you know what?
think people forgot about that.
Pick for you. I did actually.
Yeah.
I keep eyeing them. They're on my hit list as well, but I just hadn't gone back to do anything about it.
Yep.
Very
Bees
nice.
like that sometimes.
Be like that. All right. Well, my number 5 pick. I felt bad. Like Nick was all prepared, has stuff for the camera. I'm like, let me try to be as good as he is. But my number 5 is going to be the Adidas Crazy Infinity. 2.5.
I was waiting.
Just, I mean, I know people aren't big into like the performance basketball stuff, but this was just Reebok cooked up something that was, I want to say original. I know they took inspiration from the old Kobe stuff, but they brought us something different, something that was you're not seeing from any other brand right now. Great materials, awesome shoe. I mean, if you guys, I know Robbie likes the crazy one or the Kobe one. This one is probably a little bit more comfortable, I think, after wearing both of them. It just looks cool. Like this is one of the shoes I wear and people are looking at me like, well, that's like, they'll sit and ask me something about it. And just it's an awesome design in my opinion. So the Crazy Infinity is my number 5 pick.
Great colorway on that one too. Color blocked very well.
Yep.
Oh,
100%.
I agree on that one.
That's definitely on my like later pickups. I want to find like a lightly used pair of those.
Right? Yeah, they're crazy about that price. I think like 180. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
it's kind of come down on that one.
All right, 6 man. You want me to start us off with a 6 man?
Start us off.
Do it,
I'm
Nick.
going a little
Do it, bloodbath.
a little obscure, but
Click
I bought
it.
this shoe. It came out at the beginning of the year. It's the Adidas Hyperturf Adventure. So it's basically like the shoe I wore the most this year. And it's kind of like the, it's like the Solomon vibes and all those shoes that like people were into. Like I bought some Solomons. They didn't really fit well. They're kind of narrow for me. So this shoe kind of has been like the default shoe for me all year. There's a ton of colorways of it, but that particular one with like a little bit of crazy orange pop, but like really neutral colors is my sixth man, just because it's been my go-to.
Nice.
And I got it for $30.
That's a steal.
Even better.
So, I mean, it's interesting. Maybe one of you two will pick it, but the Jordan 4 SB is like number one on every Discord person's list for sneaker of the year. That's another shoe I wore one time and put it away because I was hearing about it too much to put them away. It's not on my list, but that was on my brain. I thought somebody else here would pick it.
No.
My choice is the unofficial sneaker history shoe of the year, the Fragment Question Mid. I said question. The Fragment Weapon Mid.
Wait, whoa, time out.
That was a brain fart.
Hey, don't give $1 billion ideas away, Robbie.
I was like, why don't I have this shoe in my head?
That was a Charles Barkley moment. But no, yeah, the Fragment Weapons, I wear those regularly. Like, mine are stained. Like, I put good time in that.
That's
and
beautiful.
you know it's a good shoe when you put quality time in it and the leather doesn't turn into a clown toe. And, like, you wear Jordan 1 too much, turns into a clown toe in the front. Or Jordan 13, clown toe in the front. A lot of clown toes. Jordan 11, clown toe. But these puppies, they're the answer to those questions. I said it again.
I see what you did there. See what you did there.
Yeah, I think you're. Are you trying to tell us something about the future, Robbie? Is this future Robbie telling us about the adventure and the mystery?
No, I definitely mean to say weapon, but I just keep thinking question. So
I just thought of a fragment question color. I think that'd be
Yeah, right.
sick. Thanks for putting that in my brain.
Yeah. Need to get Reebok to put it on their like made by you or ID program. I don't think they have it anymore, but that would be killer.
I buy it.
So for my sixth person or sixth man or woman off the bench, I'm going to go with a shoe that technically hasn't come out yet. I haven't seen it in person, but I'm just a fan of this particular young man and his brand. So I'm going to go with everyone's favorite young black king, a.k.a. Anthony Edwards, and give me the AE1.
I'll take it. I'll allow it.
I'm here to support. I want to get in the ground floor with that guy. There's something about it.
Yep.
Like the cut of his jib, as upper class whites once told me about myself. So there you go.
I don't know if I can follow that up. All right. Fantastic. All right. So, my sixth man, I finally put a Jordan on that list, I guess. But it's one that got hate when people saw the pictures. But when you saw the movie, you understood the beauty behind it. And that's going to be the Across the Spider-Verse Jordan 1. This is an amazing shoe. I will never have a Chicago one until people really hate Jordan 1s. I can just walk in the store and buy it. I will gladly take this in its place because when you see the movie, you see why this shoe looks like this. It all makes sense, and I'm glad I got it without people charging me $500 for it. So
I'm surprised it lasted this long. I could have sworn that would have been somebody's number one or number two pick.
I see pairs of those in stores still, and it's just never in my size. So they always have like two. They have like a 10 and like a 7. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Really? Because all I see is like 7 youth and 18.
No, I see the bigger sizes, but never my size.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good choice. I think I mean, we don't really need to go back over the lists unless you guys want to.
Oh, I'm good.
I think we should. Just because we were chatting about this in our previous podcast, but we're all of a certain age now where we're listening to a podcast and then our mind drifts away. And then you're like, wait a minute, what did I just listen to? So I've got to rewind the last 5 minutes. So why not?
Good point.
Let's give us a read.
All right, I went with the Jordan 3 Wizards, the Mac Attack Zoom Vapor, the Tobacco Reebok Question, the S Chad Muska, the Saucony Omni Pro Grid Omni 9, and the Adidas Hyperturf Adventure.
Nice.
Solid. I have the reimagined Jordan 3, the Kobe 6 Reverse Grinch, the Reebok Take Action Club C, the Kith New Balance 1700, the Packer On Cloud Vista, Jade Rabbit, and the Converse Fragment Weapon Mid.
AKA the answer or the question. I've got the J Balvin 3. I've got the A6 X-Men collab with Kith. I've got Dunkwaritos. I've got the Sabrina 1 and the Run the Jewels 3 high. And the sixth person off the bench is the soon-to-be-released Anthony Edwards Adidas AE1.
Follow again. All right, my number 1 was a J-Tips and Saucony Grid Zero 2000. Number 2 was a Dorenbecker Zoom Vomero 5. Number 3, where's my number 3? I lost it somewhere. Oh, the Antra 4 in the free agency colorway. Number 4 was the Action Bronson New Balance 990 V6 Baklava. Number 5 was the Adidas Crazy Infinity 2.5 or 003, whatever nomenclature you need on it. And my sixth man off the bench was the Across the Spider-Verse or Next Chapter Jordan 1.
All good choices. If you're still listening, hop in the Discord and let it. Hey, people's mind wander.
You listening?
Yeah. Anyway, hop in the Discord. Let us know what your top sneakers of 2023 are. We've got a bunch of lists in there. There's a lot of back and forth. It's a fun time for everybody. And yeah, make sure you follow us on all the platforms at Sneaker History. And we appreciate you rocking with us. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.
See you.
Follow me on OnlyFans at the Calcutta Clown Toe.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hey everyone, this is Nick again. Before you take off, do us a solid and head over to Apple Podcasts to leave us a review. Give us a rating on Spotify and Amazon Music, and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel because we have even more video content coming soon. Speaking of new content, we have an amazing community of sneaker enthusiasts that hang out in our Sneaker History Discord on a daily basis. While sneakers is a connection point that brought us all together, we've all discovered countless shared passions that we have in common with each other. We recently launched a couple of new podcasts directly from our community. One of them is a Formula One podcast. If you're an F1 fan like me, the Exhaust Notes podcast is your weekly fix of Formula One fun. It's hosted by myself, Rohit Malhotra, and Todd Yates. New episodes drop every Tuesday. I've been wearing fitted hats for years and collecting my favorite teams since I was a little leaguer. It has been awesome to see so many new fans getting into fitteds in recent years. Crown and Stitch is our new talk show about fitted hats with Dexter, Keith, and myself, where we talk about fitted hats, snapbacks, throw in some obscure hats because we all kind of like some funky stuff once in a while, don't we? Copping, collecting, and so much more. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Hit the links in the show notes for this episode to give our new shows a listen, and be on the lookout for more new podcasts dropping soon. Last but not least, tell someone you like their kicks today. You never know how far a simple compliment can take you, and we all know how good it feels to have someone show their appreciation. Thank you all for the support, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.